Welcome back to the channel. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. I remember Grand Theft Auto 3 and how much it changed video games forever. Everyone wanted to model their game after Grand Theft Auto 3, an open world, running around, doing anything you wanted in addition to the main story. So much so that the original Jak and Daxter was a fantastic platformer on the PlayStation 2, and then all of a sudden Jak 2 had to go open world. One of the advertisements for Jak and Daxter 2 hinted at the fact that you can jack cars, believe it or not, in the world and go around anywhere, open world in addition to the story. That's how much this game influenced development of video games at that time. So I wanted to go back and relive a bit. Nostalgia is never a good thing when you let it affect you in a way that blinds you. And I think that's what happened with this trilogy when it comes to people that purchased it versus waited to see what happened. What's really interesting to me is how little care RockStar has for their babies. These are their children. This is why RockStar is RockStar. The most important, one of the most important games, again, in terms of development in the video game landscape, and you treat it like nothing. So I immediately decided I was going to get this trilogy because I remember the games fondly. Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, I'm not a big fan of, but I loved Vice City. So you couldn't get Vice City, you couldn't get any of these games single. Now, if you have Game Pass, you get San Andreas, and if you have PlayStation Now, you get Grand Theft Auto 3. I wanted Vice City, so I had to get the whole pack. And I will say that Vice City out of the three looks the best. Now, there are some insanely ridiculous bugs in this game, and what's worse is that these bugs were not in the original version. Yes, the original version had some issues because of the scope and the scale of the game, but it didn't have these issues. Some of the stuff is just outright ridiculous. So these are some of the screens going around showing some of the absolutely ludicrous bugs in this game. You've got character models that are absolutely, they're just completely morphed and warped. You've got cars that drive upside down or fall through the actual world. And this stuff was not in the original game, not to mention the fact that some of the graphical effects used in this are worse than ones in the original game. And of course, my favorite is this one. What happened to Candy Sucks? I don't know, but it is frightening. So while I don't think that RockStar ever said that these were going to be built from the ground up and remakes, the idea that they've treated them this way, this is their baby, this is their history, this is who they were, leading to who they are now. I think it really speaks to an issue where it's just about a quick cash grab. And again, they're not grabbing your cash, it's voluntary. I paid for this, they didn't force me to do it. But I don't think it's beyond reason that most people expected something a little bit better because, again, this is Grand Theft Auto. This is sort of the birth of open world games when it comes to design and stories told in open worlds that give you a whole lot to do and a whole lot to explore. And again, I keep stressing this point, but this is RockStar's history. This is their own history. If they treat their own history this way, what can we expect from them in the future? Can we expect anything good in the future? Are they just content with Grand Theft Auto 5, continually updating it, letting the community mod, letting them have fun, continually making money? Because it seems like they are. They're making a ton of money off Grand Theft Auto 5, and then to release this, it's almost like they're saying, we don't care about any of you, we don't care even about ourselves, and here I am, about to drive into an invisible wall. Look at that. There's something there that I'm hitting. The hood of the car fell off. I still can't get through. There's something there. I don't know what it is. Let's hop out and see if we can find it. Try and drive around. I can't. Again, it's stuff like this that it shouldn't happen, especially with a definitive edition of 3 of the games that put you on the map. It just doesn't sit well with me. And yes, I purchased them. Yes, I can go back and play these games. I can check out the history of open world and Grand Theft Auto, and I can still have fun with them. But it doesn't excuse the fact that they didn't care enough about their own history. They didn't care enough about their own games but they expect all of us to care about everything that they did in the past and be excited possibly about something they do in the future. How does this help that cause? It doesn't to me, but you know, I just think it's a shame, and I hope that they patch this game, at least make it a little better, because this is turning into the Cyberpunk 2077 for RockStar. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you played this game, I'd be interested to know what you think about it. Think about sharing this video out on your favorite social media platform of choice. Maybe subscribe to the channel. At the very least, hit that like button for me. It's helping me grow this channel. I appreciate it. We're approaching 300 subscribers. I am very, very happy about that, and I'll see you all in the next video.